It's 5:45 p.m., which means it's time for BCTV's Nightly News Roundup. I'm Roland Boyden, and this is 5:45 Live. Let's take a look at what's coming up on deck tonight. Tonight, we'll talk a little bit about the Democratic National Convention, including Michelle Obama's speech. We've got the rights to Times Square, get some Brad advertising, and our hand cycling local. Of course, we talked about all that in there as well. And I'm hoping that we'll get to go downtown live to one William Joseph Bushy, who's standing by for a Skype call from Gallery Walk, Flat Street, in fact, where a year ago, a little over a year, we took some footage knee-deep in water. All that and more. We do it in 15 minutes, maybe even less tonight, so we can all get out and enjoy the weekend. So make sure you stick with us here on 5:45 Live.
I know campaigns can seem small, even silly sometimes. Trivial things become big distractions. Serious issues become sound bites. The truth gets buried under an avalanche of money. I mean, if you're sick of hearing me approve this message, believe me, so am I. But when all is said and done, when you pick up that ballot to vote, you will face the clearest choice of any time in a generation.
Welcome back to this September 7th, 2012 edition of 5:45 Live. I'm Roland Boyden. I'll be taking you through the next 15 minutes into the regularly scheduled news. That's a guy out there named Barack Obama. He was at the Democratic National Convention. That's his speech from last night. Now, some other big names like Bill Clinton were all there speaking on the ticket there, but it was the First Lady who garnered the most attention, and we're going to talk a little bit more about her in just a little bit. But first, we'll do one of the things I like to do, which is our Reformer Roundup. This is where we head into the newsroom to take a look at Roundup, Brattlebro's daily paper here, and get a look at some of the things that are going on there. So we'll start off with the Southeastern Vermont Economic Development Strategies Group. This has been dubbed by the hipsters SEVIDS, maybe. They've just received another $75,000 in funding as they continue to investigate Windham County's post-VY economic future. And in a case of grand theft flower, West Chesterfield police now believe that thieves may have stolen a collection of potted plants previously adorning the now closed West Chesterfield Bridge. And Bellows Falls Democratic candidate Christopher Moore now finds himself a write-in Republican candidate despite losing the Democratic primary. Just a little sample of some of the 5:45 Live happenings. If you want more, then there we go. Then you got to go to reformer.com. Don't even need the Brattleboro. They've got a smartphone app, and of course you can pick up some real rainforest in there as well. We're just summarizing. There's more information there. All right, moving on. I mentioned the Democratic National Convention that included some big ticket names. There we go. I'll center up enough there. Like Bill Clinton and even the president of the nation. All on the ticket there. But it's the self-dubbed mom-in-chief, Michelle Obama, whose speech is creating the most buzz and the most need for tissues. In a speech that detailed her husband's favorite dumpstered coffee table and rusted-out car, the First Lady made her claim to be what many now believe will be the first of pivotal moments in the campaign.
Today, I have none of those worries from 4 years ago, no. Not about whether Barack and I were doing what was best for our girls. Because today, I know from experience that if I truly want to leave a better world for my daughters and for all of our sons and daughters, then we must come together for the man we can trust.
Michelle Obama speaking at the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte. That full speech is up with a Creative Commons license, courtesy of the PBS NewsHours. You probably saw along the bottom giving us the rights to show it, but it's a 26-minute video, so find out what the buzz is all about yourself and check that out. You can find it on YouTube, youtube.com/PBS NewsHour, all one word. All right, we're going to move on and talk a little bit about some boating that's going on, flotilla. VY has had many protests in many forms. We all know that, including many arrests there, but this might be the first one out on the water. Folks are urged to gather in Hinsdale at the marina there between 11 and 12 tomorrow, and then head out on the water in the boats to head down to Vermont Yankees waterfront palace, shall we say. In addition to my co-captain Joe Bushy, often co-captain Joe Bushy, longtime BCTV prolific producer and 545 Live content specialist Maria Dominguez will both be out there trying to keep those cameras from getting wet. We'll have footage for you on our next live broadcast, which is next Tuesday night. All right. And with that, I'll head us on out of the newsroom and back to the desk here. Looking out over Brattleboro, we got more sun. Sunny day behind us. Very exciting as we get to look out over the view. All right. We'll keep the clips moving here, though perchance we'll first get a talk with Joseph Bushy and Daryl Pillsbury, who are live downtown. Let's see if we can get them here on the line.
Should we start?
All right. Joseph, Daryl, Molly, take it away here.
Roland, how you doing? This is Daryl down here at the Transportation Center. I'm along with Representative Molly Burke, District 2 in Brattleboro. Say hi.
Hello. And we're here looking at this wonderful mural these kids from the Clark Canal neighborhood painted this summer with Joan Peters.
Come here, Joan.
And myself. We were facilitating this. Here's Joan. And come down to the Transportation Center and check it out. The kids did a wonderful job. And it's all about all different modes of transportation, which is one of my strong interests.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
There
I
it
didn't
is,
even
right?
get that theme.
Bicycle, bus, boat, horse and buggy, truck. Look at the UFO. Train. This was there's another kind of a bus and a little like efficient car. Right?
Excellent.
No carbon emissions.
And what else we got going on down here is we have Flat Street Rising. Come on down and join us. And also, if you're watching, folks, get down to the high school. It's the opening football game, and BUHS is hosting CVU. So get down there and let's give our boys a let's go and let's win. Back to you, Roland, in the studios. Thanks a lot.
All right, plenty of events. The message from Daryl Pillsbury, Joe Bushy, the one behind the cell phone video there, making sure he gets us that marvelous 3 frame per second video. We'll have plenty more webcasts along the way in the coming shows here as we get a handle on our graphics and our what I would say is the future of remote broadcasting. All you need is a cell phone, Skype, duct tape, chewing gum, and you're ready to go. If you want to find out more about all those events they just mentioned, ibrattleboro.com's got a master calendar with just about everything on there. All right, moving on. Tuesday, we mentioned Putney resident Alicia Brailsford-Dana, who this week placed 5th in the London Paralympic hand cycling competition, earning her a spot in the finals, where yesterday she closed out a remarkable run. In a Facebook post to her supporters, she wrote about the challenges of the upcoming events, writing, quote, and why would I just read it when I could actually put it up on the screen here? She wrote, quote, I'm just going to try and hang in there with the big girls as long as I can. Best to all. And that's the story there, so congratulations. What a story. Some very cool live streaming as well that came out of that. All right, move on. We'll go back to my close-up. Back to looking at my pores here. The Brattleboro Area Chamber of Commerce is betting big this time, inking a deal that will see images of lovely Brattleboro, Vermont across the big screens in Times Square, a move that Brattleboro Area Chamber of Commerce Director Jerry Goldberg hopes will bring North New Yorkers and their much-needed tourism dollars. And earlier this year, we caught up with Jerry as he was talking to us about many of the opportunities that he sees coming for Brattleboro and tourism and the vibrant downtown economy he hopes will return.
It will bring such vitality, such excitement, such intelligence to the downtown area, where we'll have people who will be here on a daily basis who would never been downtown. Certainly even in the evening that will be so. Bringing more people downtown to eat and to walk around and to shop and just to be here.
Next. Move on. It's been dubbed the next great American epidemic, prescription drug abuse and addiction, and with Vermont placing as number 2 in the nation in that category, the disease has hit home. Next Tuesday, we'll be out front of this here 230 Main Street Municipal Center, just north of the library on Putney Road, for a community discussion that features Brattleboro Police and the Windham County Sheriff's Department, who say that fighting abuse starts at home with the proper disposal of expired and unwanted medications.
Addiction to Oxycontin and other opiates are making Vermont's streets less safe.
We're working in conjunction with the DEA to allow individuals within the communities that they live in to get rid of unused medication or expired medication.
We are allowing Vermont to have the second highest rate of substance abuse per capita in the country.
Prescription drug abuse is affecting and tearing apart families. It's leading to increased crime rates, and there were very simple things that we could have done.
This just gives an opportunity to dispose of it properly.
If we lose this battle, more Vermonters die. We will see more break-ins to our homes, convenience stores, gas stations. We'll see our crime rates go up. We must find a way to solve this problem.
Find out more about properly disposing of prescription drugs, just one of the many ways that folks can combat what everyone is now calling an epidemic for the nation, and particularly this state. All right, we've got a few more stories to wrap up here as the time ticks down on this weekend edition of 545 Live, so we'll jump right back into the stories here. Next, no surprise that Brattleboro's new proposed police and fire station combo pack comes with a hefty price tag, a fact that's given way to talks of a 1% option tax to offset property tax increases, something Town Finance Director John O'Connor told the Select Board Tuesday night would play a large role in Brattleboro's tax schematic. Let's take a look.
If we're going to use the sales tax as part of a funding source, we'd still need to raise the taxes $554,000. And you can see the impact on the tax rate.
The proposed option tax would offer exceptions for things like newspapers and packaging, agriculture, machinery, medical equipment, and cars, as well as a number of other items. More info can be obtained by contacting the town manager's office. There's info for that at brattleboro.org. And we'll go right back into the stories here. Most people in Putney can agree that new life for the long dormant Basketville building is a necessary piece of the downtown economy future, but not all residents were thrilled at the announcement that a federal energy inspector would travel to southern Vermont to examine the property's potential for a biomass production facility. At a public forum held in Putney on Wednesday, hosts from the Windham Regional Commission found themselves in front of a large turnout ready to voice their concerns, ranging from the social and economic impacts to potential noise and plumes of ash being released. But according to the Regional Commission's Associate Director, Susan McMahon, no one needs to stay on the edge of their seat just yet. The project is still in the early stages of conception.
Really, there's no proposal on the table, absolutely nothing. What we're looking at is opportunities. It's an industrial site in your village, and we're looking at opportunities, and we're not saying that we are coming forward with a proposal. So I want to make that really clear.
Real Bill, the sensation, Guinness Book of World Records breaking sensation, once known as Wild Bill and Super Bill, we recently reported broke the record for 5 kilometers skipping like a child without a rope, but that wasn't enough for him. He's topped it, and that's going 13.1 miles. All right, that's full load for me, everybody. Thanks for checking in with us here. Remember, we will be back on Tuesday with a live broadcast that will include footage from the Municipal Center Prescription Drug Abuse Community Information event we talked about earlier. We'll get all the highlights from the Flotilla VY protest on the water. I'm particularly excited to see what footage we can glean from that. All that and more. Stick with us. We'll come back 5:45 p.m. right here on Channel 8. In the meantime, I'm Roland Boyden. Night, everybody.
Run a lap, so I'm following you from down there, and you're still running down there, and not over here. Got a little one doing
when I go like this, that means go by me.
Yeah. All right, do that here.
I'm right down here. You pull over right there. See that? You see my eagle sign?
I know. There's that drain right there.
Well, you can pull over right here.
Yeah.
Then you can see me coming at you. You focus to you. You just see me, and you'll come at me. Let's go get a burger. Then I just got to go to YMCA and see if that guy.